When is value-based pricing not the right decision for you as a freelancer? Stay tuned and find out. Hey everybody, my name is Don Felker, and here on this channel I teach folks how to start, survive, and thrive in the world of freelancing and in consulting, and mainly in regards to how you do it within software development. And today I'm going to be talking to you about why value-based pricing might not be the best decision for your freelancing career. At a high level, let's quickly understand what value-based pricing is. When you attach your services to an end result, which is going to be the value that the client gets for a particular dollar amount, usually on some type of retainer basis. So this might be some type of thing where I'm going to do this work every month and you're going to pay me $5,000 regardless. Now, you might only work 5 hours and you're going to get that $5,000, or you might work 50 hours and you'll get that $5,000, or 100 hours. But the client is paying the same amount because they're paying for some value that they're getting from your service. That's kind of hard to quantify when you think about it in terms of software development, because a lot of the things that software developers do are build software, and that's kind of done on a traditional hour basis. This also goes into effect and is kind of industry standard simply because as developers, when we are estimating tasks or we're on a particular team, we're asked, how long is this going to take? Is it going to take 1 hour, 2 hour, 4, 8? So we're used to estimating even within hours. So it's really hard to justify paying a lump sum amount for some development work, because how many times have you as a developer went to go create a feature and then start coding it up and say, hey, this should take me a couple of hours, and then 3 days later you're finally done with it? I don't know about you, but that happens to me quite a bit. It's not because I don't know what I'm doing, it's because there are unforeseen situations and circumstances within the environment that we're working within. We may uncover some type of business problem that we didn't know about before. We may run into some old legacy code that's not going to allow us to do what we want it to do until we change that underlying code. So a 2-hour project turns into a 2-week project sometimes. And so attaching a value-based pricing model to basically an industry that's used to working within hours can be kind of problematic. Now, there are ways to do it. Don't think that there aren't. You can have ways to do it. Perhaps you're only going to do maintenance. You're only going to do bug fixes. You're only going to handle certain situations within the code base. It's only going to be UI issues. You're only going to work on Jetpack Compose views, and that's all you do. So there's ways to work around it. But from a general perspective, I've found it to be very difficult in a software development world to provide value-based pricing. Yes, of course, it can be done, but you have to manage it. You have to make sure that the expectations are set. And the reason for this is because software has so many unknowns. Yeah, while you can do it, the other option is hourly. And one of the reasons why a lot of people will go straight to hourly is because it's very simple to understand. And this is actually where I recommend people go initially before you try to adopt some type of value-based pricing or even try to go down that road. And the reason for that is you want to make sure you get your feet wet with freelancing and consulting and start doing it on an hourly basis so you can start seeing how the business operates and seeing how to effectively work as a freelancer with a company. So when is something like value-based pricing something that you should offer your clients? It's when you have some type of repeatable process, some standard systemized process that you know that you can apply to every client that you work for and work with. Perhaps you're going to be optimizing something. You're going to be implementing some logging implementation inside of their application. And you've done this so many times that you know within a certain area that, hey, this is how long it's going to take, and I can then provide them value. It will then give them 5x value on the amount that they're going to pay because I know how to do this quickly, effectively, and so it's going to make me profitable and make them much more profitable as well. The hard part is identifying what those things are in software. Now, you've probably seen the age-old example of SEO. This happens a lot with SEO individuals. The SEO experts will provide value-based pricing and say, I'm going to manage your SEO. We're going to try to make sure we get you on the first page, and then we're going to try to get you in the top 5 results. And there's metrics that they can measure to easily quantify those results. Now, that SEO expert might only have to work 5 hours that week to make that happen. And then next week, Google makes an algorithm change to the search algorithm and it drops you to the 3rd page. And they might have to take 100 hours to fix that if they can. There's actual quantifiable, measurable results that can happen within certain industries that provide value-based pricing. Now, I know probably in the comments, people are going to say, this is something you can do. I've done it. I understand that. I have seen people implement this, but here's the thing. The number of people that I have seen implement value-based pricing successfully over long periods of time, I can count on in one hand, and it doesn't take up all the fingers. So it's very rare that I've seen this actually work long term. So it might work for short-term projects, but you have to ask yourself, what do you want? What's your goal in freelancing? Is it to have a long-term project where you're going to have much more cash flow on a consistent basis? So maybe hourly is the way to go. Or is it short little bursts of projects where you can provide value-based pricing, maybe at a higher ticket amount, and then you have periods of downtime where you don't have any clients? That's a question that you have to answer for yourself. However, just know that when you are a software developer and you're thinking thinking about value-based pricing, it's something that you need to think long and hard about. How can you provide a repeatable process and system that will provide value to the client as well as provide a profitable income stream for you, so that you're not left out hanging to dry because you're doing too much work and not charging enough. So think about that, whether you want to go value or where you want to go hourly, and I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'll reply, and I'll catch you in the next video.